Okay, so I'm opening, which terrifies me, and I'm sweating through my jacket right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I have to read out loud, so bear with me. But I'm going to read day 77. Is that what you said? Is it 77? Yeah, okay. Day 77 of this book, even though I am not there yet. Skipping. Okay. Day 77 of 100 Days to Break. Healthy people think about other people. Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and prophets hang on these two commandments. In high school, my mind was full of evil whispers of how unlovely I was, how much I needed to change, and how God had messed up when He made me. I don't know then that I could call those whispers lies, so I let them fester and grow until they were could do covering my soul. And I lived like that in self-hatred for years. Once during my sophomore year, my mom was taking me home from soccer practice and asked me a pointed question. How do you think you can love your friends if you don't love yourself? I was puzzled. Who cares if I love me? I thought. I remember generally considering that my mother did not know what she was talking about. Shocking, no mom ever, a teenager, thought she knew best. She didn't push me. She didn't let me mull over her question in my mind. I don't know that I even answered her. If I did, it was something teen gusty like, Mom, you don't even understand how much I love my friends, and I love God, and that's all that matters. And then I probably got out of the minivan and took my sweaty soccer stuff, sat on her beautiful couch, and waited for her to cook dinner for our family. So what I'm saying is I was a real pleasure as a teen. The conversation has stuck with me for all these years. And as I grew up and God rescued me from many of these lies, taught me how to fight for truth, I realized, gasped, that my mother was right. While we are capable of loving others to some degree, even when we are drowning in self-hate, there is freedom in love that comes from following the second greatest commandment. To love someone is to believe in them. When someone believes in you, it changes everything. How you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you live day after day. You can give that same gift to those around you. My mom was right. You have to love yourself to love others well. Jesus said himself, love others as you love yourself. There's something worth thinking. That's something worth thinking through. If you're truly being brave, if you're truly being brave and if you're truly pursuing health, you grow to love yourself and you love other people out of that. Healthy, brave people love other people. Do you love yourself? Do you see yourself the way God sees you? Do you recognize how absolutely lovable you are? Because when you do, when you see all that truth, you can't help loving your neighbor. Boom. That was really good. I actually love that because I have talked about that a lot. I did a live actually yesterday on my Facebook about that. So that was pretty interesting. Okay. I have notes. So I was asked to do Zoom, and I have a lot of opinions on it because you can't cheat the hustle is basically what we're talking about. And I have tried to cheat the hustle, so I have lived through this, and I know exactly how it feels when you think you can do something, but you're not doing it. So I have started writing down everything. Everything gets written down that I'm feeling. I have a whole list of things that I'm letting go of to let go of that trying to cheat the hustle. And so I'm going to read it to you guys because I think it's important. I'm letting go of all of the negative thoughts of me not promoting and why I can't promote. I'm letting go of the fear of failing and not being able to hit my promotion. I'm letting go of the powerlessness that I feel when I don't hit the promotion. I'm letting go of the unworthiness. I think that's it. Yeah. And I think that when you write all of those out and you say them out loud, it's now I'm fully letting them go. Like I don't talk about them anymore. Like that was it. That was the whole thing. Now they're gone. And now I can get back to work. I've spent a lot of time this month working on my mind and trying to get my 6 list down to a T because I have not done that. And I think that it's important to always put that out there because you can't and I'm going to say it, nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm going to promote this month, but then you're not doing the work to get there, then you're not going to promote. You're doing nothing towards your promotion. What makes you think that you're going to earn that? No one's going to hand you anything. This isn't a handout. We're not in the handout business. That's not a thing. So if you really want your promotion as bad as you say you do, put your big girl panties on and start working. Start doing the things that you need to do every single day to go towards your promotion. I have done this for the last week, and I will tell you that I have not felt this excited about my promotion this month since I went Emerald over a year ago. I've been doing this for a week, and I will tell you that I have never been more confident in my promotion than I am in this moment. I have been doing the steps that I need to do to make sure that I am not cheating my hustle, and I'm doing everything that I need to do to get to my promotion, and I have never known that it is coming better than I have right now. I have never been this excited. Literally, and I think I was telling, probably not in life at different times, but when I went Emerald, I was so excited and I was so ready and I was so happy that I had hit Emerald, but I forgot and got complacent with that I never went any further. You guys, I've been sitting at Emerald and Ruby for over a year because I kept telling myself, oh, it's going to be so great. I'm going to go Diamond. And then I never worked for it. You're not going to get your promotion if you don't work for it, bud. Duh. It's not how it works. It's not a handout. No one's handing your promotion to you. If you want it, you have to chase it. You have to want it. You have to feel it. So I started making God-sized goals. And I heard this on a podcast and in a training. And I think that it is important because I was not setting my goals high enough. I was not letting them scare me. I was like, oh, I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that. Like I used to literally say, I'm not afraid of double diamond, but I can tell you that if that double diamond hit my bank account, I'd be sweating. I would be sweating, terrified. What was I going to do with all that money? That's a lot of money, y'all. Your girl doesn't know what to do with that. So I had to set out what the intention of that money would go to. I have on my wall over here where all of that paycheck when I hit double diamond would go to. It's all labeled out. Every single cent is set out on my wall. So I look at it every single day and I know where I'm going. If you have no idea where you're going, how are you going to get anywhere? You're not going to go anywhere. It's like when I heard this on Cheyenne Knox's training yesterday when I listened to it. And she had said, it's like, and I know we've heard it a bajillion times, but it's like when you get in the car but you don't know where you're going, and then you sit in the car for 4 hours thinking about where you want to go, but you never set a destination and you have no idea how to get there. Or if you say, oh, I want to drive across the country, but you never planned for it and you don't have a map and you have no idea how to do that. Well, you're not going to go very far, bud. Or you're just going to get on the freeway and hope you make it across the country. No, you're going to end up in like some town in Texas because you went too far left or you went too far right. No, you have to lay out your plan. Know exactly where you're going. Know exactly how you're going to get there. Put everything out on paper. All my charts are up here. All my dreams are up here. Everything is up on my wall. So when I go to bed at night, I look at it and I pray over it because I know that I have to have it in front of me to know where I'm going. If this is not in front of me, I'm going to forget about it. That's just who I am. I forget about everything. I forgot about my nephew's birthday party an hour before my nephew's birthday party. Like, I just who I am. I just forget things. And so it has to be in front of me. I have to know where I'm going. If I don't know where I'm going, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to sit in the same spot that I'm sitting right now till I figure it out. I don't want to sit here no more. I don't want to be in this spot anymore. I want to go. I want to go and promote, and I want to do the things that I had said I was going to do when I started this business. But I got complacent because I was making enough money while I was sitting on my butt that I didn't need to. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll do it next week. Oh, it'll be fine. I'll do it next month. That's my favorite. I tell myself that all the time. I do it with my laundry a lot. Oh, I'll just do it next week. Oh, I'll just do it next month. And then all of a sudden I got 4 piles of clean laundry that needs to be put away. And my lazy bum's freaking out because I got 4 all this laundry on my bed and I want to go to bed. And now it's 10 o'clock at night and I got to put all of it away. If you're not, Stop saying you're going to do it next week or next month or next year. Do it now. I talked about this in, I think, the Zoom on the team page. Every hour is a new chance for you to do better. And if you bring it down to every hour, every 30 minutes, you can see that it's a fresh start. We talk about every week's a new start. Every month's a new start. But since every day is a new start, every hour is a new start. Say you didn't do anything this morning and you're sitting on the Zoom and you're like, I haven't done anything all morning. Like, what am I going to do? Like, oh, great. It's 11:13. You got a whole new hour now. Try again. Start over. Start from the beginning. You get to start over. It's not like you fail and everything falls to poop and now you have nothing to build from. You get to start over here. You get to try again, but you have to try again. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, I'll try again. And then you're not going to do it. Put the work in to get where you want to go. I was watching another training. I've watched a lot of trainings this week. And Morgan Martin had said, she keeps saying no to things. And we keep saying, you got to say no to things that aren't going to build you up or things that are going to distract you from your goal. And saying no to things is really hard for me because I'm a people pleaser and I want to do everything with everyone. And I have really bad FOMO, so I have to be everywhere. And I have to work on that. Well, she said something that really hit me in the gut because it's related to me. She said she got invited to go out on the boat with her friends. And she thought about it and she's like, no, I can't. Like, I'm going after her promotion. Like, I can't. Like, I have to say no. And they're like, oh, well, why? Whatever. And she's like, because I'm not here for the boat ride. I want the boat. I want to buy the boat. I don't want to just go on a boat ride with you. I want the entire thing. Put whatever your goal is there. If it's on a boat, then like a house. Like, I don't want like to just go walk through a house. I want the whole house. I want to be debt free. I want to do I want those things. I don't want to just go sit at a restaurant with you and drink beers. No, I want the whole restaurant, dog. I want the whole thing. I'm going to buy the entire restaurant. I don't want just the boat. I don't want just the boat ride. I want the boat. So stop. Do those small sacrifices, you guys. I gave up TV and it's been really hard. Okay. I love my after Layla goes to bed, dramas, Grey's Anatomy, One Tree Hill. Like, that's my thing. That's my ish. And I have given it up. I have not watched TV once this week. And it was hard. Very hard. But I did it because I said no, because I want my promotion. I want the double diamond paycheck. I am tired of not having a freaking dishwasher. Okay. I want a new apartment. Okay. I don't want to stay here. Stop staying complacent in what you're doing because someone told you when you were 10 that you were never going to amount to anything. You're not 10 anymore. You are a grown-ass woman and you can make and choose your own choices. You are worth more than that 10-year-old girl who told you that you were worth nothing, or your dad who said that you can't do that because it's not possible, or your aunt who unfriended you because she doesn't like the business that you're in, or whatever. Whoever it is in your life that told you you couldn't do it, burn them in your brain. Don't really burn them. Let them go. They don't need to be in your life then. I can't tell you how much family I'm like, bye, Felicia. I don't need you. I don't like you anyway. Let them go. You are worth more than that. Stop thinking that you don't deserve this. You deserve everything and more. You weren't put here to just go to your 9 to 5 and maybe see your kids for 30 minutes before they go to bed and then spend 10 seconds with your husband before he passes out and starts snoring. I don't have a husband, so I don't have that problem. But someone does somewhere, I'm sure. That's not what you were made for. You weren't put here for that. You were put in this business for a reason, so start acting like what it is. You deserve this, period. Point blank. Stop letting your mind tell you that you don't. We're reading this book, and me and Lexa talked about it multiple times. It's called Untamed, and it is, if you guys have not read it, go get it. It is so good. I think it compares to Crash Chatterbox. They're two different books, but they are so good, and I recommend them wholeheartedly. So good. And she talks about getting out of these cages that society had put her in, or the life that she was told she had to have because that was what was normal. And she wanted to fit in. Guys, she was a closet lesbian for like ever. Until she had 3 kids and a husband and decided one day at a book fair that she was no longer going to hide anymore. Because she finally realized that that's who she was meant to be. And the fear of all of that was overpowering her. She was miserable. She numbed herself as she was like, it's so good, you guys, read it. But she got out of her cage and now she's happy and she's living the life that she wanted to live years ago, but she was too afraid to say yes. Stop being afraid to say yes. You want emerald, you want ruby, you want diamond, you want whatever you want, go for it. Say yes to your promotion and chase it. Stop being afraid that because you might not hit it, no one cares if you don't hit it, just FYI. Like, oh well, you didn't hit your promotion. But guess what? You got a little bit closer. Your volume went a little bit up. You're a little bit closer this time. How many of you guys ended last month with the highest volume you've ever had? Guess what? Now you closer to your promotion, boo-boo. You may have not hit it and you may have not gotten that close, but do it again. You get that chance to do it again. That's it. You get the chance to do it again. I think there's one more page. Oh. So I was reading, so I'm a little bit further behind in 100 Days to Brave because I forgot about it for a while. And I picked it back up. And today she was talking about change. And she's like, brave people aren't afraid, like, I forgot what I wrote because I can't read that. Anyway, remember that change is for the good, you guys. Change is good for you. Change helps you grow. Change isn't scary. Like some people say it's scary and like, oh, I'm so afraid of it, but it's not scary. Stop being afraid of it. It's so great and it makes you who you were supposed to be. I mean, half the time I think like, oh, I hate change. Okay, I'm so bad with change. I'm trying to be better about it. But change scares me. Any change, all change, anything. Like it scares me. I don't like it. I run away from it. But I'm realizing that if I'm running away from it, I'm never going to become my full potential. What am I going to do? Run away from all of the change that is supposed to help me become who I'm supposed to be? No. I got to put my big girl panties on and go after it because that's what I need to do. I have to walk straight through it, right through the change. And then in the book today that I was reading, she was talking about feelings and how when she was starting to get sober, she was 6 days sober, and she was at her meeting or whatever, and she was saying how she thinks she's doing it wrong because she has all these feelings and she doesn't. She just feels like that's not how it's supposed to be, and like this is why I was numbing. Like she just was going through that emotion, and someone walked up to her and was like, no, like you're doing it right. It's just hard. Like it's just a hard thing to feel all those emotions. And something she said that struck out to me was like, everything I need to become the woman I'm meant to be next is inside my feelings now. So whatever you're feeling now, you're supposed to feel that in order to become who you were meant to be. So don't dismiss them and don't numb them. Feel them. Know that they are there, and grow from that. That's who you were meant to be. And then another thing in the book, and then I think I'm done because I've ranted now for a while. It's from a quote from a book that she had, or from a movie that she had put in there. And so if it sounds funny, it's not my fault. And he goes, life is pain. Anyone who says differently is selling something. Life's hard. No one's denying that, y'all. I have had my fair share in this last month of weird, hard things that I don't ever want to go through again. But I refuse to sit down on that. Yeah, life's hard. Life is painful. Things hurt you. But everyone feels those things. So stop thinking that just because that's happening to you, it's not happening to someone else. That's something I have had to really overcome, is I'm not the minority of things that hurt people. I'm the majority of things that hurt people. Everyone has had a stalker, I'm sure. Like it's like, oh, everyone has had this. So I have to stop thinking that I'm the only one on the planet who is ever suffering all the time. No, everyone is suffering. They just have a different suffering. So don't think that because people put on this facade on social media that they're all great and happy and cheery and all life's all great, because it's not. Everyone has a secret battle that they're facing, and that's okay. Feel that, change that, and become better, because you're worth this promotion. I know a lot of you on here have been chasing this promotion for a long time, myself included, but I'm ready for it now. I'm ready for it to come. I have grown to who I'm supposed to be in this role, and I'm ready for that. So if you're ready for it, then go for it. Okay, I'm done now.
Yay, that was so good. I feel like I don't know how I'm gonna go after that. I have so much to say. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. First of all, if you guys are here, I just want to first of all make you give yourself some kudos, because I forewarned everybody that this was going to be a red talk, especially on my part. Because this is something that is so self-explanatory, and I'm going to backtrack again. Kudos for showing up. Y'all have literally done the very first step at going towards your promotions, taking your business seriously. When you show up on these or you watch the replay, that tells me, that tells your team, and that tells yourself that you are one step closer to being ready for your promotion. And what I want to just say, closing Mad's stuff out, I have some other stuff to touch on from what she said, but your promotion will come in the exact time that it's supposed to. And I can promise you that if you haven't hit whatever rank you've been going for or whatever rank you're wanting, it's because you're not ready yet. You may even think you're ready, but the universe is like, boo, you have so much room for growth in a given area that you haven't seen yet. And if you were to promote right this second, you would lose it tomorrow. So wouldn't you rather be able to mentally and with your team and with yourself be able to easily maintain rank and to be easily shooting for the next promotion versus constantly trying to re-rank, constantly replacing your chart, constantly looking at who's a dead leg? Because I can tell you that if I had gone diamond when I thought I was ready to go diamond, I would have lost it for 6 months after that. There's a reason that from going emerald, I went ruby and emerald back to back. And then it took me a while to get to diamond. It took me months of pushing for diamond, pushing for diamond, pushing for diamond, pushing for diamond. And did I feel discouraged at times? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what I knew? And that's the exact reason that I named today what it is I needed to pick up the work. If I wanted more, I need to do more. I need to do more self-development. I need to do more leadership calls. I need to do more lives. I need to show up and be that person. Or how do I expect it to come? Okay, so kudos for showing up. Why did I name today You Can't Cheat the Hustle? Like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you don't do the work, you won't see the results. Period. If you aren't willing to be brave enough to go balls to the wall and to say no to certain things and make certain sacrifices, your life cannot stay the same and you do absolutely nothing except for maybe interact and send a few messages when you were on social anyways, and then expect to promote to diamond. You have to be willing to change and not live in the definition of insanity if you want more. If you want something different, do something different. If what you're doing right now with your team isn't working, do something different. And it starts with you. It's not the training. It's not the team. It's not people not taking what you're giving them, whatever. Sometimes that is the case. It is you. Where do you need to step up? Where do you need to work harder? If you aren't brave enough to work and hustle and to do the damn things when you cannot see the light at that end of the tunnel, it is pitch black. If you're not brave enough to walk through anyways, you have not taken quitting off the table yet. because you are looking at a situation like it comes down to faith. When you look at, and I'm not religious, so bear with me, but if you are, this will like preach to your soul. You can't see God. You can't see the universe. You cannot see your promotion. You can't see your dream team. You can't see exactly what you need to do to make your promotion happen, or all of us would do it. So you have to walk through blind and so freaking determined to get to the end that it doesn't matter if there's a light or not. Because the work that you put through, I can tell you right now, in the 2 years of being in this business, yes, I'm pushing for triple. Yes, I want more. Yes, I know I'm pushing. But if I didn't even get a paycheck, I can't remember if it's Grant Cardone or Ed said this, but if you wouldn't do what you do for a living for free, you are in it for the wrong reasons. And I look at my personal growth over the last 2 years, and if I never got a paycheck from It Works, I would be more than thrilled. I have met some of the most amazing people in this company. I have learned how to be a better mother, a better wife, a better friend, a better person. I have learned that it's okay to make mistakes. You guys, I am my hardest, biggest critic. I am so hard on myself. Drop a 1 if you're the same. I am so hard on myself to the point where I will make myself cry because I keep telling myself all the things that I should have done better. All the things that I should have said. All the things that I shouldn't have said. I ruminate. I get in this spiral of this sick, toxic self-talk. And that feeds into your business. That feeds into your marriage. That feeds into your friendships, your relationships with your kids, your relationship with yourself. That's not fun. I can tell you from personal experience, it is, I've wanted to end my life multiple times throughout my life. Sorry, trigger warning, but because I feel like I should have done better. I should be better than I am right now. And what I have learned over the last 2 years is no, you are so perfect as you are. You were built, every cell and every atom, on purpose. If you think that you are here by coincidence, you're about to have a real reality check. Every single one of you, including myself, was called here. And who would we be if we didn't walk through that tunnel? So I really want you to ask yourself, would you do this for free? If your answer is no, you need to have a real, brutal conversation with yourself in the mirror as to why you're here. Because we are changing lives, and I don't know about you, but I want a legacy for my family. People will not care how much money you have when you die. Who did you make happy today? Who did you tell that you loved? How did you show up today better than you did yesterday? That's what makes life fun. Is seeing another person light up. Is having those customers text me saying, thank you so much. I've been trying to lose this 50 pounds for a year. I've had customers call me crying. I've had distributors call me bawling about what their check has done for them. And that is worth so much more than the paycheck to me. The paycheck is a bonus because I know when I go triple that there are tens of hundreds of people below me in my organization that are one step closer to their goal, that are one step closer to being a better version of their self. You guys, I've watched this business save lives, myself being one of them. I was not happy with where I was. I was angry at the world, at myself, at everyone and everything around me. I just wasn't happy. And it's because I didn't know any better. I did not work in a workplace where they pushed me out of my comfort zone. I didn't have men and women around me striving to be better versions of themselves. I had 40, 50, 30-year-old people around me who were okay with their $3,000 paycheck a month and were so complacent and unhappy in life that I met their and matched their energy. When Mads was talking about you burn those people who aren't doing something for you in your mind, you have to be willing to cut ties with your job, with your spouse, with your friends, with your family. I don't care who it is, business or not, because your happiness and the happiness of those around you really does matter, y'all. Now I'll read your chat in a sec. Okay. The other thing, no one's coming to save you. If no one's told you this yet, I'm going to be the first person to tell you. No one is handing you your promotion. Just like Mads was saying, this is not a handout business. I don't care if it is your new house that you're wanting, anything that it is in life. You want kids. I don't care what it is. List the following. No one is giving it to you. I don't care if your parents are millionaires and they buy you everything. There's a piece missing in your life that they cannot give you. I don't care if you're homeless. You have something that is missing in your life. And the only person who can fill that hole, fill that gap, fill that need is you. And until you realize that self-worth, that's never going to be filled, ever. A paycheck isn't going to show up at your door if you're not producing. You want a paycheck? Do the things. You want to go diamond? You need to enroll those 16 distributors and show them how to work this business. There is no shortcut. There's no going from, and Amber Parker said it best when I was at Green Carpet. We met her last year. She was talking about mountains and valleys, right? There's a peak and there's a valley. You can't skip the valley. I don't know about you, but I don't know a single freaking mountain on this planet that has a bridge built from peak to peak to peak to peak. Do you? So why do we think that we don't have to walk up one side of the mountain and down the other to get to the next one? You're going to have ups and downs in business and in life, and you have to be willing to walk through it all. Okay, I kind of touched on this, but do you want to make true change? Do you want to build the life of your dreams? Do you want a legacy for your family? Because this business can absolutely be that vehicle for you, like no doubt. But it's not the business, and it's not the paycheck. It's not about what any of this, at the end of the day, yes, we're enrolling customers. Yes, we're enrolling distributors. We're pushing for promotions and all these different things, but what is the root of it all? What is the common denominator? It is you and your family and the people and the lives that you are changing. When I think about my team, my entire downline, even people who aren't working this business anymore, because I can tell you that like maybe 4 people from the day that I started this business are still running with me now, is I am just so grateful to have impacted their life. I am so grateful to have crossed paths with them. I look at every person and relationship, even with my husband, every single person on this planet that I have a relationship with, I have a contract with. And contracts expire. With my husband, it is till death do us part. With my best friends, I hope it's forever. But there have been people that it's a week, it's 2 days, it's 4 months, it's 6 months, it's a year. And whether you left on good or bad terms in this business or just in your personal life, you both learned something from each other. Every interaction that you have is for a purpose. And when you start looking at things that way, you start to look at the rest of your life like that. And you start to really realize that just like a 9 to 5, and Mads was saying, like, we weren't put on this planet to pay bills and die. We were not put on this planet to work our business and die. I don't care if it's a 9 to 5, if it's you're like roaming the country and you have no job and you're just homeless bumming. I don't care if it's this business, whatever it is. We were all here to build something. And some are going to choose to do something with their lives and others aren't. But when you look at everything contractually, you understand when distributors quit because your contract was only for 12 hours. They weren't ready for this. Some of them, it's a year. And I'm so happy that we got to each other when we did. Everything is purposeful. You guys, success and money and all the things that you want. And I remember the part that Mads was talking about in our book, this Untamed book. Nothing worth having is easy. This isn't going to be easy. I don't know who told you that going double diamond, going presidential, I don't care what the rank is, going ruby was going to be easy. It's simple and it's doable and you can absolutely achieve it, but you are going to have to work hard. You are going to have to double down sometimes. You are going to have to say no sometimes. Because do you want the whole thing, the whole pie, or do you want a bite? If you half-ass this business or your 9 to 5, whatever it is, whatever you half-ass in life, you can expect an equal and exact proportion result. So what are you going to get? A half-assed paycheck. What are you going to get when you half-ass your training with your team? Half-ass distributors. Are you leading your teams? And this isn't me pointing the finger. This is a question to ask yourself because I have to ask myself this every day. Are you leading from the front? Are you truly being a good example? We're not perfect. We are human. Our team cannot expect us to be perfect. Your upline, me, does not expect you to be perfect. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. But it is a question that you need to be willing to ask yourself every day. Because if you didn't do enough yesterday, you need to show your team what it looks like to double down. Why do you think that I put that on the push today? Because for the last week, I have been slacking. I'm not ashamed to say that. I signed 4 distributors the first of the month and was like, oh, holla, right? And we get so excited. And I know that I'm not the only one, especially when we get enrollments in. We get so excited, even if it's just a little bit. I've never taken my foot fully off the gas, but even if it's just a little bit, that is going to have an effect. And if I don't like it, which I don't, then what are we going to do about it? Well, I need to double down. I need to listen to more self-development. I need to show my team what it looks like and what happens when you get excited, take your foot off the gas, and then go for it again. I'm not afraid to do that. I make mistakes, and that's why I'm so freaking excited for this next book that we're going to do called Failing Forward. I'm sure you can just tell by the name of the book. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to be where you are right now. You don't need to beat yourself up about that. And I love what Mads was saying about not a new day, not a new week, not a new month. It's a new hour. It's a new moment. It's a new second. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. So if your mind and your mouth are filled with negativity, whether it's about your team, your enrollments, which I've been really hard on myself about recently, HAPS, whatever, I've been having a little bit of a harder time getting up HAPS with everything going on right now. People are being weird about like promoting things, which I get. So what does that tell me? Should I stop doing HAPS? No. I'm doubling my messages for HAPS, and I'm doubling my messages for distributors, and I'm doubling my messages for product testers. Because yes, there's going on a lot in the world right now, and I'm absolutely willing to like respect people's feelings. but this is what puts a roof over my head. This changes lives. I'm not going to stop changing lives because the world has things happening. And I love today's video. If you get a chance to watch it, watch the video with Ashley Mayfield where they're talking about this time. It is like so good. But start taking your mindset and your self-development super seriously. We talk about this all the time. And I know that it's like your mom telling you to clean up your room and you're like, okay. But like, seriously, it is the thing that will make the difference. It is the thing that will take you from one level to another level. Because like I said, it starts with you, right? So when we start doing the self-development, we start talking to our teams differently. They see those shifts. They see your progression. And that's another way of leading from the front, is showing your team what it looks like to admit your mistakes and what you've learned from them and how you're moving forward. When you share that vulnerability with them, they feel so much more willing to make mistakes too, and to come to you when they do and be like, hey, I screwed up. How do I move forward? And you've fallen on your face in the same token, so now you know what to say. But if you pretend like you're the perfect distributor, like you finish your 6 list every day, like you never throw self-development out the door, who are you lying to? Because you may be able to like put on a front to your team, but number one, your upline can see when you're doing it for sure and when you're not. And you, most importantly, know. So what does hustling look like? That means doing your 6 list every damn day, you guys, whether you feel like it or not. We have to stop working our business based off of emotions and do it anyways. And I struggle with this every single day. This is something that I am working on every single day. But stepping up and showing up is not in just one area. It's not just your 6 list. It's in all areas. It's for your team. It's 2 Zooms. It's doing your own business. It's showing up for corporate events. It's giving feedback when asked. It's all the things. Taking your self-development and your personal growth seriously, linking with your team, and being the leader that I know and you know you are. And being so freaking focused on your goals that nothing else matters. Because truthfully, it doesn't. There's nothing that's going to happen in this business that is an actual emergency. There's nothing, not a single thing. So someone quitting, someone blowing up on you, who cares? Because there's going to be a million more people who rip you a new one. Thank you. Next. Okay, I just want to like touch on what Mad said really quick and then we will close out. But one of the things that you said that I got was we have to be really real and honest with ourselves. And we have to not pretend like we're doing all the things when we're not, because that doesn't hurt anyone but ourselves. We have to be really honest with, are we doing the things that we need to be doing? If you say that you're running for a promotion or that you want a certain rank, well, are you truly showing up? And if you're not, the best part about that is that we can fix it. We can move forward. We can work on improving those areas. It's really easy to get distracted with life and with things going on, especially with everything going on right now. Like, the world's crazy. So what I have to do every morning, and what you should do every morning, is refocus every day. Every moment you're refocusing yourself. What am I working for? Why am I showing up today? What is it that I truly want to achieve? What are my intentions? Just bringing it back full circle so that you realize that, okay, maybe I'm missing out on going boating today and that freaking sucks. But again, one day I'm going to have my own and I'll invite them, you know? Okay. Our job isn't to know the how, it's just to move. And if you have a hard time just doing it, like you'll hear on Zooms, like, just do it. Just take action. Just do the things. Like we say, we use the word just, and that means that it's like easy or simple, but it's not just. There's a lot. But I suggest that you listen to the 5-second rule. You guys, I have to pee so bad. I suggest you listen to the 5-second rule if you haven't already, because that is what that book is all about. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. Do something. Take action. When you live in the past, how do you expect yourself to move forward? The last thing was, no one is limiting you but you. No one is telling you that you can't hit that promotion except for you. No one is telling you that you can't have that dream team, that you can't go Ambassador 2.0. Freaking do it. And I'm going to be right beside you. I'm excited for it. Last but not least, you didn't come this far to come this far. I did not come this far to come this far. I have worked way too damn hard to end my life at It Works at Double Diamond. There's no way. You have worked too hard to let go of what you have right now. So keep the momentum, keep the fire. Okay, Nat said, conference, the lady stood up and she said she didn't die in the car she was supposed to be in with her husband because she chose to meet with a DT. This person who asked to meet her literally saved her life. That stuck with me. Yeah, that was a really hard story to hear, but it was really good. Choose your heart, y'all. Nothing in life is easy. We've all been there. The thing is, y'all, there's nothing in this business that you could go through that one of us hasn't gone through too, or like for the most part in life. There's going to be someone that relates to your story. There's going to be someone who has gone through similar things. Even if it's not me, there's someone in this company who has gone through something similar. So start watching those people. And I really just want to like praise you guys. We have some awesome leadership on this team. We have some awesome freaking distributors and you guys are working hard. So I hope that this Zoom doesn't ever come across as, you should be doing these things because you're not. It's just a reality check that we all have to have every single day. And that's never going to change regardless of what rank you're at. That's never going to change regardless of how far we all get in this business. We're going to have to check ourselves. And today is meant for that, especially as leaders. So I'm, just like Mads was talking about, sick of being where I am. And I know that you guys are too. So the simple solution is to just move. Take action, do the things, work on yourself, and it will come. So I'm going to stop the recording and I'm literally